you've spent any time outside lately, you've probably already swatted a few mosquitoes.
Every year, officials ask homeowners to get rid of standing water because it can become a breeding ground for mosquitoes. But this year, local agencies are doing more to combat the insects. A Williamson County spokesperson tells us they will begin trapping and testing mosquitoes next Friday. That's about a month earlier than normal. They will be testing for both Zika and the West Nile virus. They're also coming up with a plan to spray certain neighborhoods if that is needed.
And that is good news for people in one community who say an abandoned property is attracting mosquitoes and other wildlife.
KXAN's Lauren Kravitz shows us the problem and why the owner says he is not in a hurry to fix it.
It's almost swimming weather, but not in this pool.
This is extremely sad and what a waste.
Neighbors in the Forest Creek and Oak Bluff subdivisions say they've stared at this murky water for months.
A lot of standing, stagnant water, and the tall grass just attracts lots of mosquitoes, rodents.
The owner of this property says the venue used to host weddings and other private events, but it's sat empty for about a month and a half, and the pool hasn't been used since last summer.
If you walk back up here, you know, at dusk, you definitely you got to bring your off.
The city came out to mow the grass and build the owner. Luann Woodall and her husband also mowed the grass themselves one day last summer, sick of all the tall weeds.
What I would most want is just for them to be good neighbors and maintain their property the way we maintain ours.
The property is for sale. We reached the owner by phone, who told us the property is expensive to maintain and they don't want to put more money into it until it's sold. He says it's been hard to find a buyer because it sits in a floodplain. Luann knows this property has potential.
A gem at the interest of our neighborhood versus, you know, a detriment right now.
She just hopes it gets sold and cleaned soon. Lauren Kravitz, KXAN News.
The city of Round Rock says it cannot force the owner to mow this time of year since wildflowers are blooming, but if they have not mowed by June 15th, they could get a ticket. As for the pool, the city says a pump is still running, but if that stops, they could get into trouble. If you have a complaint about a neighbor's property in Round Rock, you can contact code enforcement, and then they will send an officer to look at the property and issue a warning.